Are you a talented footballer with the potential to go all of the way, but you've never been spotted or had a trial? Well, all you need to do is check out a brand new innovative business that I've started with my partners called Scout Size. It gives you a chance to get spotted by our network of scouts to try and get you a trial at a professional club. Scout Size places you in front of a professional scout who will assess your talent. You simply need to visit our website right now and upload your clips as directed. Our scouts will then view them and give you a full assessment. If you meet a certain criteria, your details will be sent to scouts at professional football clubs for them to come and see you play. It's as simple as that. So visit scoutsize.com right now and send in your clips, and a scout could be coming to watch you play at your next game. AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Don't forget the code SE50 if you want to get Scout Size. The link is in the description for that 50% discount. Getting into the transfers today, there is only one place to start because this next rumour has been creating a furore around the Arsenal fan base. Lots and lots of debate about it. Lots of rumours over it yesterday, and that is the one regarding Madueke of Chelsea. Both Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein, both of them respected journalists when it comes to transfers, reporting yesterday that personal terms have been agreed between Madueke and Arsenal. This deal is on. Fabrizio reporting further today that Arsenal are set for talks with Madueke, right? And talks over a deal, and Arsenal expected to send in their opening bid to Chelsea. Chelsea are open to selling him. Enzo Maresco recently said that he wouldn't stand in the way of players that wanting to leave. It does look like this deal is on and could happen. Obviously, they got to sort out prices. Chelsea originally said to want around about 50 million. Arsenal will be looking to try and get in for around about 35 million. So there's going to have to be some dealings done. But Madueke to Arsenal looks very, very likely at this stage. What do you guys think about this possible deal? Remember, we did a recent poll here on AFTV Transfer Daily, where I asked you guys, would you like Madueke at Arsenal? And a whopping 83% of you said no, you don't want him. So if we do sign Madueke, and as I said, it's starting to look like that could happen, it's not going to be a popular move amongst Arsenal fans, I can tell you that. Number one, it's yet another Chelsea player. The frustration that I've been seeing from meeting fans who are saying, what is it with us and signing Chelsea players? Lee Judges said it when we did the Invincible podcast the other day. It's almost like we're funding lots of Chelsea's transfers. You know, they've gone and bought in Gittins from Borussia Dortmund. We're going to go and buy Madueke. That goes along to paying for that Gittins deal. You know, that's how a lot of Arsenal fans are looking on it. This will not be a popular signing. Now, I've said this before. I do think Madueke is a very, very good player. I've watched him when he's played for England. Very, very good. I've watched him. I remember a couple of seasons ago when Chelsea played Arsenal. He was their best player. He's good. But is it what we need right now? That is my argument on this. A right winger. Can play on the left, can. That word I said, can. He's left-footed, can play on the left, but really he's really deployed and does really well is on the right wing. We've got Saka there. We've got Nwaneri who can back up that. Do we need another right winger? And if he is going to play on the left wing, are we not then looking for a specialist left winger? Somebody like a Rodrygo. If we sign Madueke, does that mean that we're not going to go for Rodrygo? There's been conflicting reports on that. This could be a very, very controversial signing. Does it matter? That's the other question I've got to ask. Does it matter that it's popular or unpopular amongst the Arsenal fans? Because let's remember, David Raya, for instance, was not a popular signing with Arsenal fans. At the time, of course, Aaron Ramsdale, very popular figure. We thought to ourselves, we've got ourselves a good goalkeeper. He's doing a good job. Why are we outlaying money on another keeper in David Raya? They proved us wrong with that one. Over the last couple of seasons, he's been brilliant. He's won the Golden Glove twice. He has been a brilliant signing, right? So do we need to trust Andrea Berta and Mikel Arteta on this one and say, listen, all right, it may not be popular with us, but we've got to trust them? Or are you guys sort of like, nah? I mean, I think what this is going to boil down to, this signing, and I was talking to Ryan, one of our production guys, off air about this, right? If we sign Madueke, but we still sign Rodrygo, still sign either Sesko or Gyokeres, and say an Eze, I don't think fans are going to complain about this signing. But if we sign Madueke and say that's at the sacrifice of getting a Rodrygo or at the sacrifice of getting an Eze, then I don't think this signing is going to go down well at all. But let's wait and see. And also, if anything was to happen in the Ethan Nwaneri case where he left again, this would be very unpopular. Remember, as I said yesterday regarding Ethan Nwaneri, Liverpool looking at him. The reports today that Chelsea are interested in Ethan Nwaneri. Imagine that. Madueke comes one way and he went to Chelsea. Again, that would go down horrendously with the Arsenal fans. Do Arsenal... I mean, listen. On this, right, let me just say that there are reports coming out. Court Offside have said that Arsenal have given assurances to Ethan Nwaneri. It is a very important part of their plans going forward and they don't want to sell him. So hopefully a deal does get done, right? That's first and foremost, I've got to say that. But if it didn't get done and say he went to Chelsea or Liverpool, it'd be very, very unpopular. And do Arsenal need to consider these things, right? Because we've got a very difficult start to the season. Let's not forget that. In the start of Arsenal's season, we've got to go away to Manchester United, away to Liverpool, right? In September, we've got Man City, we've got to go away to Newcastle. It's a very, very difficult start. Do you want to be going in to that difficult start with the possibility that if you suffered a couple of losses in that, then all of these factors start to come into it? Nwaneri might possibly gone. Madueke's coming. I mean, Arsenal need to consider this very, very carefully. Hopefully, Ethan Nwaneri does stay. That would be very unpopular if he left. But as I said, Court Offside today saying that assurances have been given to him regarding game time and that they want to keep him. Let's wait and see. A signing that would be the opposite to Madueke and be very, very popular would be if Arsenal were able to sign Rodrygo from Real Madrid. Now, Rodrygo yet again left out of the starting 11 for Real Madrid. He came on in the 86th minute. Remember, that's despite Real Madrid starting without Mbappe again, because Mbappe's been, coming back from illness. 86th minute. They were winning 2-0 at the time. That's when he came on. They ended up winning 3-2 in the end. They suffered a bit of scare at the end. But the writing's on the wall for Rodrygo. Now, hand of Arsenal, ITK, a very, I think this guy is a very reliable source on many occasions. He reported yesterday that Saudi clubs have approached Rodrygo through intermediaries to find out about the likelihood of getting a deal done to get him over to Saudi Arabia, and were told in no uncertain terms that he only wants to go to the Premier League, and if he goes to the Premier League, his priority is Arsenal. That is where he would like to go. Now, we know that Real Madrid will be looking for around £77 million, that's 90 million euros, to get this deal done. Arsenal may come in lower, but we're talking about something around the 70 million marker. Doable, I feel. Rodrygo's, wage demands are going to be high. But certainly, if Arsenal could get this signing done, it'd be very exciting. A left winger, he wants to play on the left wing and will be excited by a new challenge if he's not going to be playing at, Real Madrid. As I said on a few occasions, we're now moving into a World Cup year as well. So incentives for him to do really, really well if he came to Arsenal. A signing I'd love to see, but let's wait and see how that one works out. Then, of course, is Victor Gyokeres. The striker saga continues. But are we starting to get a clearer picture of what's going to happen with this? Remember, he returns or should return back to training with Sporting tomorrow. We're approaching D-Day with this, where something needs to give. And are we starting to see that? A Bowler claiming today, the Portuguese publication, that Sporting have now named their price for Victor Gyokeres. Remember, before they were not budging off of the release clause, that 100 million euro release clause, said to be 80, that works out to be roughly 86 million pounds, which needed to be paid up front. They are now saying that they'll sell him for 80 million euros. That's around about 69 million pounds, and are open to a structured package to get the deal done. Arsenal's original structured package was said to be around 50 million, rising up to about 10 million with various add-ons, incentives. They're aiming for around about 69. Are we starting to see a compromise, on getting this deal done? It's in nobody's interest, really, for this to keep dragging on any further. For Sporting now, as I said, he's supposed to return back to training tomorrow. If he doesn't return back to training, which is, and he goes on strike, it's going to look bad. It's going to drive the price even down further. It's getting messy. But hopefully something can get done. And hopefully, this is the sort of deals that Arsenal fans want to be hearing about. Either Gyokeres or Sesko coming in a striker, not Noni Madueke right now as well. Even the timing of the Madueke thing. But let's see what happens with Gyokeres. If not, could they turn their attentions to Marcus Thuram of Inter Milan? Tutto Mercato Web, the Italian publication, claiming that Arsenal are showing an interest in the French striker, who scored 18 goals and had 9 assists in all competitions last season. He's also got a massive release clause of £73 million. However, he said that Inter may be willing to sell him for a fee of around about 52 to 60 million pounds. Very, very talented player. I think he's more of a second striker than a centre forward, though, when I watch him play. Very, very quick, versatile. He's not your... he's not. Sometimes I don't see him as a target man striker, but what he is, he's very quick, got an eye for goal, and versatile. Can play out on the left hand side. He can play more or less on both flanks, but he's different, sort of a marauding type striker, rather than an out and out striker than, like, say, somebody like a Gyokeres or a Sesko. But Marcus Thuram being linked with a move to Arsenal today, and also. Another player from RB Leipzig, not Sesko, but Xavi Simmons, being linked with a move to Arsenal today. That's according to the Italian journalist Orazio Accomandado, who claims that Arsenal have contacted Leipzig about the availability of the player. We know Xavi Simmons, a very, very talented player, still only 22. He seems to have already travelled a lot, but still only 22. Very versatile, can play as an attacking midfielder, can play on the left wing, right wing. 11 goals and 8 assists in all competitions last season. However, he will be very, very expensive. Leipzig are going to demand at least £70 million for him. Xavi Simmons or Eze would be, I don't know. I'd still prefer Eze, just based off of the fact that Eze is Premier League ready. He's been doing it in the Premier League for years. But Xavi Simmons, I wouldn't be against that. An exciting player for sure. Being linked today by that Italian journalist, not sure how heavy those links are. Definitely, he would be a very, very good addition because of his versatility if Arsenal were to decide to move. Long way to go in this transfer window. But let's see what happens with that. So those are the transfer rumours today. Actually, just before I go, one more to add. Trossard being linked today with a couple of clubs over there in Turkey. I think Fenerbahce said to be interested in him. Remember, I said he's got a new agent now, hasn't yet signed a new deal. And when you start to see the Madueke links and links to Rodrygo and that, does look like one of those other left wingers, either him or Martinelli, could be on the way out this season. Trossard, no new deal yet. Probably the most likely to be moved on. So those are the rumours for today. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget, we're here every single day of the transfer window. We keep you up to date with all of the transfers as well. If there's any breaking news, we keep you up to date with that as well. So keep it locked here on AFTV. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.